Hello everyone, this is Ruth from Ethiopia. And my story is going to be about my grandma, but first let me tell you a little bit about myself and my country. So I'm a rising junior at the International Community School of Addis Ababa, commonly known as ICS. I like reading, writing, sketching, and cooking. And I want to be a doctor in the future, probably a neurosurgeon or a neurologist, but nothing is set in stone yet. In Ethiopia, it's located in the eastern part of Africa. It is a very historic country with amazing sites to visit. The people in Ethiopia are diverse, a lot of cultures and traditions, and it is a beautiful place. Back to my grandma. She is Ethiopian and no one really knows how old she is, but she claims to be in her early 70s. And her name is Zaudinesh, which loosely translates to "you are a throne in Amharic." That's the language you speak, and I think that's a perfect name. So my grandma moved in with us when I was 9 years old. Before then, she used to visit us occasionally, but I did not really know what kind of personality she had, what she liked, or anything like that. And ever since she started living with us, she has always been telling me stories about her childhood, my mom, the last emperor of Ethiopia, which is Emperor Haile Selassie, the Derg regime, and a bunch of other things. One of the stories I vividly remember is the one about her moving out to live on her own when she was 16. She started working at that age and she managed to take care of herself. For instance, I'm 16 now, but I do not have half the courage or strength she had, so I admire her in that regard. Another one was set during the rule of the socialist government in Ethiopia called Derg. The story took place around 40 years ago from now, and back then her first son was a young adult and he was conscripted, and my grandma did not want him to go, and she tried convincing the officers, but they wouldn't even budge. If he trained as a soldier, then he has a higher chance of going to a battlefield, and that made her very sad, and she was crying for days. And her firstborn ended up going, but thankfully he came back safe and well. The other thing is, I really like it when my grandma defends me in front of my mom. Even if I did something wrong, my grandma tries to calm my mom, and that betters the situation. And when I'm not feeling well, she gets me anything I want. She treats me so well, and she's the best. Grandmas are the best. And I hope you all enjoyed the stories, and make sure to stay safe. Goodbye.